Sorry. Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. So this year, well, this month, a lot of things, is Gilmore Girls' 25th anniversary. It's been 20 years since the first season, and Gilmore Girls is one of my all-time favorite series. I love it so much. I don't actually remember how I started watching it. I mean, it was one of those series that kind of was always on in my like in my childhood. It was like always reruns and stuff. I do remember from season five. Remember like watching new episodes, and season five would have been like uh 2005, 2004. So yeah, I mean that would be a time where I'll kind of be more like paying attention to what's going on in the evenings, and not just watch whatever's on in the afternoons. And yeah, I've always loved Gilmore Girls. I can't really remember a time not loving it. I was like when it's on, I was like, oh yeah, Gilmore Girls, fun. And I would say I think my love for Gilmore Girls has kind of just kind of grown because I've kind of enjoyed different aspects of it and whatnot. Uh, Also, kind of interesting. A lot of people hate season seven. I don't mind it that much. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't love all. Like honestly, well, honestly, kind of think I kind of love season five because that's when Luke and Lorelai get together. But other than that, like I think kind of like ranking the seasons is kind of difficult for me. I feel. Other than that, I feel like season one is kind of maybe the murkiest. No, sorry, not season one. Season two is murkiest because I'm not really a Jess girly at all. So yeah, like I often skip a lot of the Jess episodes when I rewatch. Often sometimes I actually start to rewatch from season four, from the Yale years. Yes, I think the children years are fine, but I very much like the the university years, college years. Even though I don't like Logan, I know it's kind of weird, but yeah, it is what it is. A lot of other people said like they love Gilmore Girls because they have a difficult relationship with their family, and so they kind of love to see the good relationship in the TV series, or they have like a relationship with like Lorelai and Rory has. With me, it's not like I'm uh, at odds with my family. With my, I have several sisters. With my mom, and I have those. I don't really at odds with them, but I wouldn't say I'm that tight as Lorelai and Rory are. Though I suppose you could say it's kind of unhealthy to be that tight, like to be that close. But yeah, I feel like nowadays when I rewatch, always love the different towny things. So I love whatever Kirk's doing. Miss Patty, I love Babette. I love all those characters. So yeah, even though I love Lola and Rory, I just love the whole of it. Like I honestly have like a small. I feel like probably now it's never gonna happen. I feel like people sometimes talk about how they want new, they want to do Gilmore Girls movie, they want a year in life, etc., etc. And I'm like, honestly, I didn't like a year in life that much. But honestly, and some people talk about how they want a spin-off with Emily and Richard's years in college, how they met and whatnot. And I feel that could be nice. But honestly, I feel like it could be fun to like have a um, Stars Hollow spin-off where you just have like you have a town, you have the town meetings, you have the different festivals. I think like that could make a lot of fun like stories really. I feel like that could be yeah, very fun. But yeah, now I've babbled a lot, well, talked a lot. But yeah, what I'm here for, as you might see from the title, is I found a Gilmore Girls book tag. Well, there are several, but this one I feel like was just very fun, and I kind of feel like maybe funnier. Yeah, I've done the other one, at least one other before, and this one I haven't done. And yeah, it's originally from a book blog. Those do happen, at least sometimes. Um, and it's from Lindsay Reed's book blog, and it was posted back in 2016 in association with Revival. And yeah, so let's get to the questions. Question one. I just got hit by a deer. I just got hit by a deer. A character that's having the worst day ever. Honestly, this is a bit difficult to figure out because I feel like a lot of characters have like some bad days, but I feel like few have like awful days. Uh, but I end up going with 9 rules on how uh, uh, to break when romancing a rake by Sarah McLean. So, Calpurnia, which is the main character in this story, she's having a bad day. In the first chapter, her sister's getting married. Her sister's having a engagement party, and everyone's always going around saying like, "Oh yes, you must be so happy for your sister, and it's too late for you, but your sister's so happy, and you must be so happy for your sister." And everyone talking about her like she's dead, but like she's 28, so she's not like dead. She's just older or old in historical aspects, and it kind of makes her having a bit of a like bad day, and also like she still kind of wants romance and love. People have just ignored her, and she's just been put aside as a wallflower, which sadly happened. So yeah, this book. I've like for this cover for this book tag, I end up doing both books that I've read recently and both more older books, so it's a bit of a mix, really. And let's find a new question. I could go there, but I don't want to. Stars Hollow, second book. Stars Hollow, Stars Hollow. A book with an eccentric cast. Here I end up going with A Long Shadow by Olivia Atwater. Again, a book I read this year. And this has like it has ghost in the main cast, it has face, it has witches, it has and they're all kind of quite quirky and yeah, quite an eccentric cast, I would say. Quite an eccentric cast. Hmm. Sorry? Coffee. And next question is a book that you're addicted to, which honestly could be all of my favorite reads. I mean, choosing is kind of difficult, but I did choose one. So, also spoiler alert, for one question further down here, I end up going for a lot of question answers because it's just too difficult to choose. But yeah, we have a book I'm addicted to, Out of the Blue by Jason June. I read this actually 2 years ago now, 3 years. It's been some years, but still a book that I think about and talk about and recommend, and it's just amazing. Maybe I should have read it this year, like a summary read could be fun. But yeah, still, I just love, love, love this book. Up next we have blah 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 blah. Someone devil egged my car. It's just a great scene. Great act of revenge. And this was a bit difficult to figure out which book I was going to go with because honestly, like, do I really love revenge book? I don't really believe I read that much revenge books. But I remembered the boyfriend project. So in the first chapter in this, well, I'm gonna have to double check this if it's yeah. In the first chapter of this book, not prologue, but the first chapter, the main character Samia is going on a date, and quickly it turns out that her date is not two-timing her, but three-timing her. He's been dating three people at the same time, and they all end up going to this restaurant and like meeting him at the same time, even though just one of them's supposed to be on a date. And of course, like, what? You're dating all of us? You're dating all of us? I mean, yeah, it goes viral on Twitter and it blows up. And I feel like, kind of in a way, like Samaya, she ends up getting a love story. She ends up getting great things in her working life. Like she kind of gets revenge, be like saying to me, like not saying, but like just by how great her life turns out, kind of makes her revenge with revenging against the idiot of a guy who tried to be an idiot to her. I feel like in a way, I mean, I feel like in a way, revenge doesn't really need to be someone killing your enemy. It could also like be just like being the greatest version of yourself you can be. I feel like I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna use it that way. Okay. Okay. Now we have. Give me a moment. Medina, an illicit affair. So I feel like a lot of these questions are very funny formulated, but it's kind of some of them kind of difficult to choose or answer. But after a while, I recognized "The Bride Goes Rogue" by Joanna Schupp. So yeah, I mean they do end up like the couple in this story. They end up having an affair with each other, but before they're engaged, even though they're kind of engaged, they're kind of not engaged, but yeah, they're having a, like a semi affair in a way. And yeah, great, great book. Love this one so much. Kim's Antiques, a world you wouldn't want to go into. Though I feel like going into Kim's Antiques would be fun, but also it could be scary because Miss Kim can be a bit scary. So yeah, here I end up going with uh give me a moment. Doesn't no. Charlie and the Nunners and the League of Shadows. In this world, all the Latin American and Hispanic stories are true, and that's a lot of scary stuff happening in this world. So honestly, even though the books are great, I think it could be scary to be in this world. So I don't think I would want to be in this world. In some aspects, yes, in other ones, no. And up next we have, give me a moment, Harvard versus Yale. A book where a character has to make a life-changing decision. Again, it's quite difficult to get a book to fit for this one, but I end up in the end going with Not Your Villain by C.B. Lee. So in this one, in the beginning of the book, uh, Bells, the main character, is kind of set up what seems to be a villain, but it ends up that he's being manipulated, and he doesn't really want to be a villain, but it's just kind of how it ends up. So is he going to keep being a villain, but like having those advantages that happens because something happens there, or is he going to go against people who want to make him a villain? Like, which side is he going to choose? Even though, I mean, he does choose the good side, but yeah, yeah. Let's just say it that way. And then we have Luke's Diner, a comfort read. Again, though, this is also kind of a bit difficult because I have a lot of comfort reads. Don't all readers have a lot of them? Can you have just one? I feel like you can't. But I went with Heron Complex by Sarah Kuhn. This is just such an amazing book. I mean, you can see it from, it's kind of been roughed and loved. And like, this is my only copy of it. And it's just been read so many times. You can see it's been a bit read to pieces. Not read to pieces, but yeah. I mean, I always also tried to start reading it earlier this year and then stopped because life. But it doesn't mean that I'm not comforted by this book. But sometimes you kind of want to read new books, sometimes you want to read old books, and but yeah, this is just a very very comfort read for me personally. And let's get to the new question. Thing. A book that messed with your emotions, which is a thing that Gilmore girls often do, I feel like. And also, I feel like for me, I feel like the best things in books is that they kind of deep into your heart and your emotions. It can make you laugh in one chapter, and the next chapter you can cry, and the chapter of that you can smile again. It's just, I love that about books. I love it so much. So here I end up going with, did I not? Yeah, Geek Girl by Holly Smale. Each time I read this, I cry a bit because it kind of goes into like very much being isolated and being friendless and being bullied, and it goes into those kinds of feelings. But it's also so funny, and for me at least, very relatable, and it just gives you all of the feels. all of the feels. And then we have Emily, head bitch in charge. Now, honestly, here I didn't really choose one because I wasn't really sure which, like, how you respond to this question. Head bitch in charge. Is it just someone being a boss, or is it? I'm not sure. So I'm gonna skip it. Yep. Okay. There's a lot of questions there. I can skip some. Okay. 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 Lorelai and Rory, a family dynamic. And here I went with the Luna sisters by Liana de la Rosa. This represented by the last book, Gabriella, but it's a trilogy of series. You have Gabriella, you have Anna Maria, you have Isabel. From before the first book happens, they aren't really good friends, and then the first book happens, and they become better and better friends throughout the books. And by the end, they're just so close and do everything for each other, and they're just the best sisters, really. I would say very much there for each other. I touched him in a lake. A book you'd throw in a lake. So here the creator doesn't really have an answer, and honestly, me either. I don't really. I mean, there are some books I don't like, uh, but I feel like I don't really feel like I've not liked them so much that I would throw a book in a lake. I don't really have a. Well, okay, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna mention one here. The seven. No, sorry. The Seven Sisters by Lucinda Riley. Yeah, I think that's way overrated. Everyone and mom seems to love it, but for me, it's just no, no. It's not that good of a. No, I don't like it. I really don't like it. Okay, so next question is A Thousand Yellow Daisies, your favorite romance. Now here I've cheated a bit, but instead of saying one book because honestly it's impossible to choose a favorite romance, at least for me, because there's just so many great romances. I have decided to pick seven romances because of the seven seasons. We don't talk about the revival. That's not a good book series. We don't have it. We don't. So, yeah. And in no particular order, we have Geek Girl by Ashley Poston, Fire by Kirsten Kashor, Roleplay by Kathy Yardley. Give me a moment. You know what? There. Her Night at a Museum by Bryn Donovan, Coffee Shop and an Alternative Universe by C.V. Lee, and seventh but not last, Gabriella and His Grace by Liana de la Rosa. And honestly, I can go on and on because I have so many romances I love, but those are seven of them. And then we have just an unpopular opinion. So yeah, just kind of an unpopular bookish opinion. I don't really feel like I have. Well, do I have some? Yeah, okay, I have some. It says and, but yeah. Um, one unpopular bookish opinion. I did not really like Fourth Wing. I tried to read it. It was not for me. I DNF'd it for like after two chapters. So yeah, it was just was not for me. I just felt like it was very info dumpy, and no, Fourth Wing, not my kind of book. No, no, sorry. First snow, I can smell snow. Lorelai loves the snow, which is just, yeah, such a lovely aspect of her character. Yeah, this question, a snow or holiday read. Here I end up going with Snow in Love by lots of authors. It's an anthology series, four stories, and it's all set during Christmas. and I've read it twice now, but it's a quick, nice short story collections, and I think I might reread this year as well. And yeah, very much enjoy it. Lovely series. And then we have the next question. Alien, a book centered around music. Honestly, this one was a bit difficult because even though I like music, I don't really have a lot of books about them. I Okay, I have some books about music, but they're on my TBR pile, so I don't really want to use TBR books here. I want to use books I have read. So yeah, the Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. One of the characters in this book is a musician, and they talk about music throughout the book, at least as far as I remember. So yeah, this one. Cycle, the iconic line from Lorelai in the pilot of Gilmore Girls when Rory decides to not go to Chilton because Dean, and like, you're not quitting this private school, and if you're doing it, you better cycle. So yeah, a bookish crush, which again I could go for a lot of people. There's so many people I love in books. I end up going with Julian from Starry Nights. He's he has in imagination, he has humor, he's not bad to look at, he likes art, he knows French. Yeah, what's not lucky about it? What's not lucky about it? Nothing. Nothing is not lucky about it. I just yeah. It's repetitive. It's redundant. A book that could have been shorter. Honestly, here I'm gonna just say nothing because I mean, again, there are some books I don't like, but most of them I just kind of erased from my mind. I probably have some rants on my channel. I think like some books that I felt like could be shorter and whatnot, but I don't remember the names right now. So yeah, take a look at my rants in my channel, and you'll find them. They aren't often, but they're there somewhere. And then we have Kirk. Ugh, I love Kirk. Kirk's the best. He is just the best. The best. But yeah, the weirdest book you ever read. I like to read books that are kind of weird and different and whatnot, but the weirdest book is kind of difficult to answer. Though I end up picking Skullduggery Pleasant's Armageddon out of here. This is anthology of different Skullduggery Pleasant short stories. But I would say honestly, I feel like any Skullduggery Pleasant book you could pick up and say weirdest book because they're all very different, original, and weird. Isn't weird a different way for to say original? And yeah, they're all weird, weird in a good way, but very weird. So many ways. Then we have what's next prompt? Yeah, next and last prompt. It's a lifestyle. It's a religion. That one book that means more to you than any other. Again, I mean, can you? Yeah, again, same thing. Really, that the of creative channel said, like the book said, you can't choose one because there's just so many. There's so many that means a lot to me. So choosing one too difficult. I'm gonna go like her, the creator, and go with six. No, you know what? I'm gonna go with seven because of the seven seasons. So I'm just gonna do it uh, from from again words. I'm just gonna do it impulsively. So just gonna haven't figured out the books right now, but yeah, we're gonna do 9 rules to break when romancing a rake. We're gonna do My Best Friend's Earl by Bethany Bennett. It's the best series. It's just so good. Then we have and I'm singing Red, White, and Royal Blue. I mean, because of course it's the best book ever, 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 ever. And then we have, which are the books that we have? We have those two I've mentioned yet. A Wizard Sky. I don't know why I'm singing, but I'm singing. To Defensive Baking, I mean, yes. Don't need to see me. I don't need to sing more. The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. Again, just so amazing. Oh, left. And then I'm gonna go with. What's next book I'm gonna go with? I am gonna go with. Forbidden Cities? No, City Spice by James Ponty. Again, I read this last year. Just an amazing, amazing book. I have read more in the series, but so far this is just the best. It's so, so good. So, yeah, that is the Gilmore Girls book tag 2.0 because there's another book tag. And yeah, if you want to do this tag, you're it. And I will see you later. Bye.